Greetings, members, one and all of the Salvation Nation. It is Sunday night, and we are live and in effect from behind this plastic microphonic device. I report to you. Why? Well, just because it's Tuesday. Good to see you guys. Hope everybody is doing well as we peruse our way through this broadcast here. We're going to answer some comments, say hello to you guys. We got a lot of good folks here. We got Dean R. is with us. Master Blaster is here. Good to see Master Blaster. Tom Larson is with us. Good to see 8-Inch Destroyer is with us tonight as well. Good crowd. You guys are amazing. Yes, indeed. And Winston Wolf is here. Very good. And let's get into Sean says here, always anxiety waiting for delivery. For some of us that live that way, the mountains, and don't have the LCS within hours to drive, we have no choice but to order from bullion dealers online and hope we get our product. Yes, Safari's been lucky. I hear you. Yep, it's tough. It is nerve-wracking for sure. Yes, indeed. All right, and Trevor McPhee is here. Good to see Kush T. Todd Dawson is here. Welcome. Good to see you. So Jeff Smith says here, could the price of silver be correct? Maybe, but there's a larger above-ground supply that we don't know. Wouldn't be the first time governments have lied to people. Yes, that's for sure. This is in the video I posted today about the claim from the bank there, Bank of America. Yes, indeed. All right. Oh, thank you so much, KYH. I appreciate that. Very kind of you to say. David Carlisle is here. By the way, breaking news. I'm probably going to report on this again because it's a big deal. Florida's governor has signed the bill that I talked about in the other video that I did recently. It won't go into effect until next year, but still, it's now codified into law. That's a big deal for sure. So stay tuned for that video because I have some thoughts about it as well. Mike Matthews is here. Good to see you. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate it. You guys are amazing. Thanks for being here. We're hanging out with me tonight. Here we go. We got Arnold Togman. Says this, all of these hyperbolic claims about silver being soon $50 to $100 an ounce, and no one knows where by so many metals promoting podcasters, silver can't even get to $35 an ounce. Yep, I hear you, and that's why I don't make those prognostications. I'll talk about other people making them, and then bring them down to reality. And my prediction is still bullish because it's 36. Anyway, Lisa Anderson. I gotta remember that. Lisa Anderson. And Joe Cavey is here. Good to see you, Lisa. All right. Good to see D Silverman is here. Good crowd with us. Appreciate you guys joining me here. We're moving on up through here. We've got Trindle's Metals. Says here, sounds to me like they don't want to run on like they just don't want to run on gold tomorrow. I'm thinking about running in to get some myself. I just at this price, even cost averaging, I think they're not saying it's not a big deal or putting notes and all that to the fact that they don't want 100 people at every coin shop in the city. It's just me guessing. I don't know, but there's something in the store for gold, and it's big, and it's coming soon. You very well may be right. There's a lot more bullish indicators for gold than not, even where it's sitting right now in price. Yes, indeed. All right. Good to see T Blue. Zardos is here. Welcome, Zardos. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. Oh, you're out? Oh, man. Darn. Well, thanks for thumbing up anyway. Hope you can come back. Good to see Brian Maurer is here. And let's see here. Sovereignty Cajun on this video here about the silver move that we saw the other day. What's worse than tariffs is Trump's constantly changing his mind and flip-flopping on tariffs. Well, I think that's negotiating tactics. I think that's what it is. One day they're on, the next day they're off. One day markets run, next day they crash. Just make a call and stick with it. The whole point of it is to secure better trade deals. Why he paused tariffs without actually securing any deals? What's supposed to happen after 90 days? Are we just going to pause it again? Well, part of negotiating is to keep them guessing. Believe you me, I know enough about Trump to know that. He is being very strategic in it. And he knows what's happening in the markets too. But you have to look past that. To me, it didn't surprise me one bit when that announcement came out. And I'm no Trump expert, but I do know enough about his deal making that this makes perfect sense. All right, but thank you for the appreciate that. Tactical lie. All right. Not sure what that comment's about, but okay. Let's see here. Peter Sullivan says here, sellers always ask you to buy their eternal quadrupling soon silver. Why don't they just keep their silver for themselves and sell it for how much? Because they know recession is coming. Most of the silver used in industry, so the near future, the only buyers left will be dividing number of incorrigible silver stackers. So he asked, let's see here. I wish he wouldn't have. This is kind of hard to read, but anyways, a lot of different factors here for sure. It is mostly used by industry, but the price drops is a good time to buy. You buy when the sharks are going away from it. You go in and grab some. That's right. Let's see here. All right. Let's see here. Skywalker PM says, I'm just stacking boring gold from here on out. Yes, I understand. There you go. No worries. I still like gold too. Yes, indeed. Let's see here. Yeah, Winston Wolf. There's moves today. They moved about 0.5%, but yeah, it's a little bit unusual for them to move 2%. But yeah, you see, it does move around for sure. No question about that. It moves around, but that's part of the nature of the markets. We take advantage of it for sure. When we can, when the dips are there, that's when we go in. But more importantly than going in when the dips are there is holding on to it. Because the dips aren't going to help you if you don't hold on to your silver. Dandy Don's Live. Silver is having some rough times lately. Coin shops are buying record amounts of silver. Sending to refineries breaks my heart when I see this. A big piece of history burned up. I believe silver will rebound, and that is why I continue to hold and stack. There you go. Hold and stack. Excellent. I like that he put hold in there first. I like that. Very good. Techno Slut. Yep, I talked about that just moments ago before you showed up here. Yep. I recorded a video on it the other day. Probably going to do a follow-up video because I got some further thoughts on it. It's a big deal for sure. All right, Laserface, there will be 35 a week, silver over 35 and gold over 3,500. Okay, 35 in a week. All right, we'll see if you're right about that. I don't think it's going to happen, but we'll see here. Good evening, Annie Oakley. Good to see you. By the way, I have a bet with Red Crawler that silver will not reach $34 by the end of this week. And he'll give me $5, so we'll see what happens there. All right. I have another bet with another. I'm probably going to keep mentioning this because I've emailed him. There's no way he didn't get the email, and there's no way he doesn't know where this channel is and how to get a hold of me to pay the debt. But that Pakistani Zinda good should pay up for losing the bet. Yes, indeed, and with interest, as he promised. He actually promised with interest, and I'm going to collect it if he will send it. But anyways, all right. Because he bet that silver would hit $40 last year, and it didn't. I knew it wouldn't. And so it was a $100 bet plus interest. But anyways, all right. Ron Moran is here. Good to see you. Hagar Northman is here. Good to see Chad Wolf. Good to see FN59 Shaw. Good to see you. Welcome. Good to see. Oh, we got the round. Congratulations. You get it from Summit Metals. That's cool. Summit Metals does have the round. Very cool. Dane says, 3 simple questions about goldbacks. Will a refiner pay me the face amount? Will they pay me for the gold content? Or will they pay back spot because of the unwanted materials that have to be separated from the gold? The refiner, no, refiner's probably not going to pay you anything for it because they won't be able to extract it out easily. But the goldback people will. They will pay you for the gold content of it, at the very least. And so, yeah, they will pay you spot for it at least. Maybe even the exchange rate value, they will do it. So that's how you turn those in if you need to. But they're not for stacking, they're for spending. All right, Phoenix says it's flat. Well, it's not flat. It moved yesterday, and I talked about that. In fact, it moved today, too. It's down even more today. John Bannon says Trump wants to take Canadian and Greenland's natural resources, stick with Alaska. That's fine. Well, he certainly wants Greenland's natural resources. There's no question about that. Canada, he'd like to work out a deal with Canada. He's not going to annex Canada. I think he's trolling Canada on that, but I would not worry about that. All right, let's see here. And let's see. Where are we at? Oh, there's Jam Unleashed with us here. Sorry about that. I'm just saying hello to Jam Unleashed. Good to see you. We're expecting some calls around 5 minutes from now. I told them, I said to the one guy, I said, I'm going to be putting it on my calendar. So make sure to swing by to call me because I'm reserving this time for you. All right, good to see Goldfinger. There's Paul Sargent and Steve Lapointe is with us as well. Good to see you. Carrie Tarrant, I salute all my fellow veterans and ones who gave their lives for our freedom. I'm getting tired of watching gold and silver prices going up, then down, then down. Really, really going nowhere. Yes, indeed. It is. Gold has been up. I mean, and silver, you got to look through a little larger lens to get it, but it's doing pretty good. You look through a chart of the last 5 years, you will be happy about silver. Yes, indeed. Especially when you adjust it for inflation. Illuminator 49, paper gold leasing will no longer provide 100% of its value. Only 15% segregated gold held up in bank vaults will provide 100% of its value as bank collateral. That's right. Very true. Mr. Happy Stacker is here. Robert Kemp is with us. Mark B is here. Good to see you guys. Yeah, we better have scam time in 4 minutes now, or I'm going to be very disappointed because they got to call me. They said they were going to do it. I'm going to be very upset if they don't. You won't be able to know it because I'm going to keep my cool about me, but nonetheless. All right. The War of 1812, says Jaden and Fright. At the Battle of Lake Erie on September 10th, 1813, U.S. Navy Commander Oliver Hazard Perry defeated the British Navy and prevented them from using Lake Erie for supply and invasion. A year later, the Battle of Lake Champlain on September 11th, 1814, Navy Captain Thomas MacDonald defeated a British naval squadron preventing a British invasion of New York. And then the Battle of New Orleans, which was on January 8th, 1815, American General Andrew Jackson, with the help of French pirate Jean Lafayette, defeated the British Army, which was portrayed in the 1958 movie The Buccaneer, starring Yul Brynner as Jean Lafayette and Charlton Heston as Andrew Jackson. Wow, amazing history there. Thank you so much for that. Yes, it's a war not a lot of people talk about, but we could have lost the country then. Richard Metcalf, Silver's time is coming. Remember the fallen. Exactly. Yep, exactly. What is the ship coin? The ship coin is the bounty. The bounty. It's called the bounty. All right, and we got Robust Sturgeon says here the following. This. I'm posting a comment live on a different platform. All right, very good, Robust Surgeon. What platform is it? I can see it. All right, let's see here. All right. Colonic Stacker is here. Colonic Stacker, you forgot to put the word that I wanted you to put in the comment section from the last live stream. What happened? What gives? Why did that? I forgot what the word was, but I wish you would put it in to remind me what word to put in there. All right, let's see here. All right, let's see here. Deja Vu is here. Welcome. By the way, I stand ready to do push-ups from Colonic Stacker as well, too. Tony Roma, markets are closed. Yes, that's right, exactly. But the U.S. markets are closed. But Tommy Roma, if you actually watch the video, you will see that the world markets were open. That's right. There's another example of somebody who didn't watch the video. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yes, indeed. Yeah, pending Warmain. I knew about that news, so I'm going to post a video about it again tomorrow. Check it out. All right. Let's see here. John Lafitte. Oh, John Lafitte. Okay, very good. Thank you, T-Blue. John Lafitte. Yeah, I wish it was ringing. They should be calling me in 1 minute. I don't have much hope in them, but we'll see here. We stand ready to take the call. Tall Cedar's nice coin that I feel is very telling. When the dust settles, it looks like China will not be the most powerful nation after all. Yes, that's right. Exactly. All right, let's see here. Very good. All right, T Blue, we got it. We got it, brother. We got the hint. We know it's pronounced John Lafitte. Okay. You don't have to keep typing it. All right. Let's see here. All right. Okay, let's see here. Smar says, just as he killed our troops in Afghanistan, he set a deadline. EU will ignore him. Then what? He destroys America more by imposing or not imposing more tariffs. Remember the fraud. Wait a second here. He killed our troops in Afghanistan. No, that was Biden who did that. Anyways, I think he's mixed up here. Anyways, remember the fraud dealt with small business and put them out of business as he refused to pay bills on legal contracts, same for not work with nations. They say F you Trump. Well, I think you're conflating a lot of different things in a weird, twisted way. But anyways, Sugar Shane, I'm in Washington. I'm trying to get as much silver as I can before January 1st. Good for you. It is awful what's happening in there. Contact your delegate up there in Washington State. Yeah, because I did a video about that, what's coming to Washington. It is horrible what's going on there. Contact your delegate. Let them know how disappointed you are. All right, let's see here. Lynn Bogard says here, I've been waiting for a crash. I've sold off 100 shares of AJQ and about some ZSL. I could really use a buying opportunity. I say crash. Mother effer crash. I have no idea what that's about. I'd almost call it spam, but I don't know what it is. All right, let's see here. William Lanucci. Silver will grow to 35 and get stuck for a month or two. Then it's off to the races because China is not going forward sending us any more silver. Well, we get most of our silver, I think, from Mexico, but I digress. Whoa, 66 Sam, thank you so much. All right, thank you, 66 Sam, with the first super chat of the night. He says, no push-ups, got to choose one, Rush or Iron Maiden. I'm sorry, I love Rush. I think they're great, very talented, but I got to go with Maiden. I don't know what it is. I like Maiden. Number one, they have a larger catalog of music, and they're slightly heavier and everything. But I do like Rush too, but I think I like the vocals. I'm really kind of a big fan. Bruce Dickinson's vocals, more so than Geddy Lee. But Geddy Lee's good, and music's great, but yes, indeed. But it is a good question. Yeah, check out 66M's channel. Thank you, JM Unleashed. Appreciate that. And thank you for the reprieve on the push-ups. Yes, indeed. All right. Appreciate that very, very much. And let's see here. Artificial intelligence has now become a weapon of mass destruction. Now, I'll tell you what, it very well could be. And many people feel it may do that with our brains, right? Because we won't be able to think for ourselves. All right. ASC Nekwanda McGee. All right, this is a good comment. Progressive here. And I apologize for not pronouncing your name right. I just can't read that. It says, we're a modern country of 350 million people. To provide first world services, the government must be sizable. We can debate the size, but the cuts now will hurt the poor and the working class. The problem is that 40-plus years politicians have promised tax cuts, and those tax cuts have disproportionately benefited the ultra-wealthy, who use their windfalls to further influence politicians. We're drowning in debt not only because we have bills, but because we so desperately want to believe the people who tell us we don't have to pay our bills. So no, progressives don't agree with you. Sorry. Well, I appreciate the comment, and I like this kind of thoughtful comment. To disagree, respectively, but curt and to the point. But here's where I disagree with it. Just because we have a modern country of 350 million people does not mean the government needs to grow to scale. In fact, the government could stay exactly the same size as it was during the antebellum period of these United States. It could stay exactly the same size because you can have bigger budgets and a bigger military that will grow to some scale, but that doesn't mean government gets bigger. You know, the Defense Department is just one avenue. The government doesn't get bigger if you have more defense. Unless you make the Defense Department a bureaucracy, which it is and it has become, and that needs reformed as well. Notwithstanding, The reason why you don't need to do that is because you have state governments. And if you want to experiment with progressivism and socialist ideals for the poor and all that stuff, do it at the state level, where they have to be prudent with their money because they can't print money. And by the way, we should not be sending all these subsidies to the states either to bail them out. That's a massive problem. That's a huge problem. So no, I disagree completely that the government does not need to be sizable, at least definitely not to scale. There's no correlation between population and what government is doing. And first world services are provided by the people and the ingenuity of the United States of America and the private sector. Oh, thank you, Tucson Bubba, the 5 spot. Let's slurp in your honor. Let's say the slurp. Here we go. Thank you, Tucson Bubba. Appreciate that, my friend, for the slurp fund. Indeed. So going on and responding to this comment, these tax cuts disproportionately affect the wealthy. Well, as Trump said, and the reason why he got elected president is because none of the politicians, including Democrat politicians, will touch the tax code. Why? Because the ultra wealthy are benefiting them just as much, if not more so, than the Republicans now. It's a big problem that I've always been against. We can stop that by having a national consumption tax or a flat tax or what's known as the fair tax, where nobody escapes taxation and it's at the point of sale. That's number one. Number two, we could go back to the antebellum period and have our taxation be done via tariffs and tariffs alone. Make the External Revenue Service truly external. That's what needs to happen. Something like that. Nobody escapes taxes there because they're not being collected by individuals. Get rid of the IRS. It needs to go away, and you could do that. So there it is. See, the term progressive really, in a sense, is about taxation. And they have implemented in the tax code this idea of the more rich you become, the more progressive your taxes are. You pay a higher rate. Why the hell should the rich be punished because they earn more money? They should not. It is absolutely immoral. But what happens is the ultra wealthy find the loopholes. And I don't blame them one bit. And Donald Trump said the same thing. Fix those loopholes. Reform the tax code. But the people you vote for will never do it because they are benefiting from the people, especially corporations. The big corporations follow the Democrats and progressives now. Big Pharma is tied to the Democrats and the progressives now. So I'm sorry. I'm glad the progressives don't agree with me. I don't want them to agree with me at all. But I'm speaking. I hate to say it, and I don't mean to sound. Well, I am confident. I'm speaking the truth. And that's what needs to be done. And it's a bipartisan problem. Republicans won't fix it. Democrats won't fix it. And this latest bill that's being sent to the Senate right now to be debated on is another. It's a lukewarm, just another way of shuffling the deck chairs. It's a shame. All right, that's my rant. But thank you for the comment. I just fundamentally disagree, but I appreciate. This is the kind of stuff I like. I like this kind of pushback. I appreciate this guy's opinion. I really do. He didn't call me names. He wasn't rude. He wasn't crass. He laid out his argument. I disagree with it, but I like this. It challenges thinking, That's what I appreciate. But more and more I've been blocking the trolls. Anyways, very good. Biff Zo, yes, there are some of the products at Summit Metals have gone up. And why is that? Well, number one, there are other selections that are still very competitive, but there's some that have gone up because their costs have gone up to acquire them. And really honestly, they were doing low price leaders, loss leaders on a lot of products where they were making literally pennies on the dollar on them. But Bizfo, you're exactly right. And I appreciate those kind of questions too, by the way, because if I'm going to have a channel sponsor, I got to be ready to defend them. So yeah, indeed, they're very good. All right, there we go. Red Crawler. It's a sad days for silver. Hi, Uncle Sal, and gang push-ups. Thank you, $4.99. Well, you didn't owe me that yet. You didn't owe me. It's not until the end of the week. You got till the end of the week. But I tell you what, let's not part of the. Okay, let me give you 5 push-ups in, my friend. All right, very good. Let's see here. All right, 4 ounces of. All right, I didn't quite get that. Hold on a second here. Let me see here. All right, 5 push-ups for red crawler. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 6. 1 for extra measure. 1 for extra measure for red crawler. All right, thank you so much. Appreciate that, my friend. Very cool. And let's see here. My 4 ounces of Subspot Platinum Maples came in. Wow, way to go. Subspot Platinum Maples. If you can find platinum for Subspot, that is almost borderline miracle. Let me know when you post a video on that. I want to check that out. But if you're feeling squeaky clean, that is alcohol that has been spread through this entire chat, because Tucson Bubba has just sent us a bourbon pump to cleanse the chat. There he is. Thank you, Tucson Bubba. And Silver Heist is here, the one and the only. There he is. All right, Master Blaster, slurp, slurp. Let's give him 2 slurps. Thank you, my friend. 2 in a row. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that so much. Very, very kind. As we progress our way through here. C. Phipps says, here's what I do every time I get paid. Is silver still cheap? Yes, buy more. No, hold. There you go. It's been yes every payday since I started 5 years ago. Way to go. Nice. Hold on tightly. Kookaburra Man, if we are paying more in federal taxes than in state taxes, there's something wrong with that picture. Exactly. That's right, Kookaburra Man. This Kookaburra Man just made a statement that is the ultimate truth bomb, and it is not a political statement. It is just a fact. That's exactly right. Exactly right. We should be paying more in state taxes, not federal taxes. All right, very good. Hey, we got JM Unleashed. JM Unleashed says here, yes, the Silver Institute is showing annual industrial demand has been increasing, while annual supply is not. Buy low, hold high. Exactly right. Very good. All right. Yes, by the way, guys, yes, no smoking. I forgot to tell you that. I'm super sensitive to smoke, so if you could please not smoke inside of the chat, I would appreciate that. I don't mean to be a stickler about it, but this is a no smoking zone. Bruce Pyatt with a 10 spot. Thank you so much, my friend. Let's give him 10 push-ups. Oh, yeah. Because the scammers have not called us. They're 15 minutes late, these sons of biscuits. Yeah, it's good news in Florida, isn't it, Red Crawler? Stay tuned. I'm going to do a video on that soon. It's big news indeed. Here we go. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 for the other $2 that was sent earlier as well. Appreciate that very much. For those of you new here, that means you've not been here before. Yes, indeed. That's right. It means you've not been here before. That's what that means. Oh, Mick J, could you put out that cigarette, please? I'm coughing. Oh, yes. A good point. I forget. I got to make this point, too. I apologize. And I know this is extremely strict, but do not smoke crack in here either, okay? No cigarettes and no crack, okay? Please don't smoke any crap, but you may vape. That's right. 79 is going to give me some Cubans. There you go, exactly. James Unleashed with Summit Metals. Link, thank you so much for that. Check out summitmetals.com. They will still have some competitor pricing on some products. Some products have gone up a bit, but they also have new services as well as great service. So check them out. Very good. Okay. We've got Acadian here with this. Says the following. Nah, it's a lack of industrial and private sales this Memorial weekend that other countries take advantage of. The higher number of compared to the last couple of weeks looks like to rise quickly tomorrow morning. I bet we break 35 in the next 24 hours. I wish I would have taken you up on that bet because I appreciate your comment, but it is not the industrial and private sales this Memorial weekend that had that effect on the markets. It is what I talked about in the video, not that. And it did not break $35. We didn't even get 34 yet. In fact, it's down even more. B.R. Williams is here. Good to see. Master Blaster is here. Yes, indeed. You can. It is okay to, for flatulence are allowed. Just contain them, please. All right. And you can run around naked. You can also run around without your clothes on. You can do that as well as running around naked. We got a thumbs up from Chad Wolf. Thank you for the thumbs up. We've not received any calls. We were supposed to get David to call us back, too. What's going on, man? What's going on with these people? Might have to go try to fish for my old chat messages here. Okay, all right, here we go. We got David. We could call David back. Should I call David? Should I call David or no? What do you think? Maybe I'll leave him alone. I'll leave him alone. We may not get any scammers to call tonight. The one told me he was going to call. And I said, make sure you do, because I've got my schedule blocked out for this. All right. Bill Arrington, a remembrance of all those who made the ultimate sacrifices for our country. Indeed. Yes. That's right, Bill. That's what it was about. All right. Nene is here. Good to see you. What about... Okay, yes, it is okay to scratch the scrotum. It is no problem. You can scratch the scrotum as long as it's your own scrotum. All right. Good to see CCT is here. Good to see CCT. And good to see. Appreciate 66 Sam. RM 1042. Yep, somewhere in the mid 30. But I tell you what, I'm happy. If it stays stagnant at 33, the longer it stays stagnant above 33, that means we're solidifying a new support. And that's good. That's really good news for silver. All right, here we go. The Florida making big move with gold and silver, and the big move is now still at the beginning stages, but a massive hurdle has been lifted. It's been had yesterday, or today rather. Extreme pacifists, hopefully no pork, with no hooks in the final bill. HB 999 Gov has not signed as of today. I do not trust this bill. All right, well, he did sign it today. And I was surprised, but yes, indeed. All right, I always play a punk song from the Descendants on guitar. Yes. Well, I don't know the Descendants, but yeah, it'd be pretty cool. I have to listen to them first, but yeah. And good. Coin Data Z is here. Welcome. Good to see you. All right. The Big Cheese says Australian bricklayer makes shocking claims about platinum. It's going to the moon. All right. Well. Okay, the Big Cheese. Richard Metcalf with some algorithmic emoticons from the last Sunday night's super chat here. And here we go on the Florida thing that I did, video I did on the what's going on in Florida. I did that one yesterday. Trump is providing tax breaks to everyone, and everyone is just complaining about it, saying that it will increase deficit. Can't please anyone who say taxes are theft. But when they're finally going to get some tax breaks, they switch sides and want to defend Uncle Sam, saying this will increase the deficit and is not good to do. Well, that's right, Street Maximum, because with tax cuts, there should be spending cuts. I mean, it's really as simple as that. It's really as simple as that. Okay, let's see here. Joe Wells says, what became known as April Fool's Economic Revolution in reference to April 5th, 1933, Executive Order 6102. Very good, thank you, that's right. Carrie Tarrant, good evening to you. All right, appreciate you being here. Brian O'Neill says, basically, is this partial truth affects gold on July 1st? Silver has a strong potential to jump as well. As always, buying the dip. That's right. Yep. I think that's right. Very true. I have an Uncle Sam. He's a crackhead who accidentally chopped his own finger off. Oh, my goodness gracious. Wow, there are some Uncle Sams that are dangerous to their own bodies and fingers. Did he keep the finger? And did he put the finger in formaldehyde and lay it on his shelf or something? I'm curious. I need to know what happened to that finger, Stacker Factor. It's on a need-to-know basis. And if he Yes, indeed. All right. Dave Suber says, I think Poland is ready if Russia moves on them. They've been building the military for years. Yes, good and wise of them to do. Okay. Yes, indeed. Kookaburra Man, who's inside the chat here with us tonight, he says, rich people do not know how to make money. They have people working for them who know how to make the money. Huge difference. Well, yes and no. I think people like Warren Buffett don't get to the point where they can hire the people. And I would make the same argument for Trump as well, too. I think most rich people, you get to a point where you do savvy things and make savvy investment decisions, and then you have people that work for you that can do it so you don't have to do as much. That's a natural course of things, but I think there's some truth to that. But anyways, his dog grabbed his finger and took off with it. Oh, my goodness gracious. Oh, man, that stinks. Wow. So the finger is, the dog must have buried it. I don't know. Too bad you can't get a bone detector. Like a metal detector, get a bone detector. Man, that's crazy. Wow, what a story. F-37 metal on this video about the moves. Probably one of my favorite coin designs I showed in this. Says here, a very cool video. Thanks for the info. I'm ordering some 90% US silver from Summit Metals on Friday. That's when I get paid. I'll call them and then I'll tell them that you sent me. Well, thank you, F-37 metal. I appreciate that, my friend. Yeah, let them know that I sent you. That's awesome. Kookaburra Man, I need to move to California to run for governor, fourth largest economy in the world. I can't do any worse than Newsom. Yes, indeed, that's right. I think you should. Whew, crazy. What's going on there? And now he's trying to backtrack on some of that stuff and trying to moderate. Too little, too late for Newsom now. He's run that state into the ground. Absolutely insanity. Most of my viewers, by the way, are from California. All right, and we've got this. We've got Freedom Age. Freedom Age says 40 easy. 90% of all silver mined in history is sitting in landfills from spent tech. Well, I don't know if it's that much. I would love to see the statistics on how much is actually there, but but you're right, a lot of it is there. But remember, it can be recycled if the price gets high enough. All right, and DeSantis signed a big one today. Yep, indeed, I heard about it. I'm probably doing a video about that because I got some more thoughts on it. I did a video about it yesterday. Self-aware, they hope the ship lasts that long. 7-1. Yes, indeed. That's right. Exactly. C4 is here. Welcome, Rabid Rabies. Annie Oakley is here. We got Rob9 for Hawk. This may be a scam-free day. I'm not even getting the Indian scammers and the Paki scammers. I had 2 calls before I went live. Doesn't that figure? Rob for Hawk says here. Oh, here comes a scammer. All right, sorry, we got. This is a robocall, so it's likely going to be an Indian scammer or a Paki scammer or a Bangladeshi. Let's see here. Hello? Robocall, so it may just teeter out. You wait for the bloop. Hello? Hello? Your phone's ringing. Hello? Talk to me. Ah, dang it. That was weird. I got to the call center, but anyways, very good. I got to the call center, but it went cuckoo. It went cuckoo, like a robot sound. All right, Rob says the EU is literally the worst to deal with in terms of tariffs and businesses. They will literally stab you in the back and steal all your money. In my opinion, they're worse than China. Everyone forgets that they went after Microsoft for selling Windows with Internet Explorer. That being said, the new 2-ounce Silver Eagles from the Scottsdale Mint are beautiful pieces. That would be a good display for today. All right. Yeah, Silver Eagles from Scottsdale Mint. I'll have to check those out. 2 ounces. Interesting. Interesting. All right. All right. Laser beam privy mark. I don't know. I saw that on U.S. Mint's website. It's crazy. I don't know. 3 lobbyists for every 1 congressman. That doesn't surprise me a bit. I thought it'd be even smaller than that. JJ Sneed, welcome. Good to see you. Paul Slack is here. San Francisco, yes. Really cold is here. Good to see you guys. Tomorrow's a great day to buy gold. It could be if it stays down. It's the Asian markets have opened, and so far gold is up slightly here. It's up $4. So, you know, it may be if the price stays where it is today, then you know. All right, and we'll see. We'll see what happens. But you got to make your own decision on that one. Steve C is here. Ryan Evie 9059 says because we are getting our asses kicked each and every day by dollar inflation, value inflation. That's right. Well, the value's not inflating. It's the value's deflating. It's the inflation is causing prices to rise. Well, yeah, I guess you could say that. Inflating prices, but the dollar is losing value. Prices are going up, dollar's value going down. Whoa, Kookaburra Man just gifted 5 Salivate Metal memberships across the bow. Thank you, Kookaburra Man. Very kind of you. If you receive one of those from Kookaburra Man, give him a warm and gracious thank you for that. And I am going to drop and give him 5 push-ups for that. Thank you, sir. Very kind of you indeed. All right. Let's see here. All right. Let's see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. There we go. You guys have taken it easy on me so far this month. I appreciate that. Very cool. Nice. No calls from the scammers. The one was an American scammer too, and it's just like, dang, it's like, why won't they do it? Why won't they call me? Let's see here. I'm looking back through here and see if I can find any numbers I can call. I'm just not seeing any. Love Sunshine Mint says Erica Lego LOL. Yes, except for the spotting, but I like them too. Except for the spots. I need to do something about their milk spots. David Cash says here, it would appear that the genie's out of the bottle. With all the hoarding of the precious metals going on by all the big money, the call is already being made whether they want to recognize it or not. Yeah, I'll tell you what, by all the gold, central banks hoarding it, yep, the cat is out of the bag. And don't think it's going to go back in. I would be shocked if there's much selling. We see net selling compared to the gold that they've been accumulating. Yep, so I think those days are over. The brown bottoms are done with. And, you know, we could find Trudeau. What would we call Trudeau's letting go of the gold in 2016? What would we call that? Trudeau's tripping? I don't know. Michael K., God bless those who made the ultimate sacrifice for a country. God bless their families. Amen. Thank you, Michael K. Appreciate it. B.R. Williams, who I think is in the chat with us here, says, now, if I look hard enough, you can find fractional gold as well as silver at junk silver spot. That's exactly right. You sure can. Exactly right about that. Maria says, buy copper. It's a better bet. For now, buy silver if you love it. Most of my silver coins are collectibles, yes. All right, well, I would not buy copper in bullion form. It's never a better bet because copper's got way high premiums on it. Shotgun Susie is here. Jason Ivy is here. Good to see you guys. Appreciate you joining us here. Red Crawler still with us tonight. All right. Coffee's lukewarm. And we're progressing on here. And Jean Lefevers, thank you for the hearts on this one. Appreciate that, my friend. Always appreciated. Big Tay says, let's see here. Let me get over here where I can make this effective. It says, we, black people, did not vote for this madness. We read the history and saw this coming. We told y'all, and now here we are. Keep your head up. We are all Americans. All right, thank you. And I'm trying to figure out what this has to do with the video. What didn't we vote for? But anyways, but thank you, Big Tay. Appreciate your comment. And let's see here. We got Kawhi through I13BG says this. I love the grounded reality. Oh, crap. I can't believe that I let this thing go. They're getting better. Let's see here. 51K and subsequent real deal. So that is a scam comment. We're going to get rid of this one. Trying to get these scam comments. All right, here we go. Coins A to Z says this. Back. Okay, they say the tips that are cash tips that don't get taxed, as you know, people use cards now, so they're still getting taxed now. Anyone having input would be awesome. I've heard that too, 8-inch Destroyer, and that is not cool. If they put that in the bill, all tips should be tax-free, whether it's by credit card or not. I think that is not good if that's the case. Just go to show you how sneaky some of these politicians are. I don't know if that's true or not, but I've heard the same thing. eCord is here too. Welcome. Coins A to Z actually don't care much at all about spot price movement. I do always love seeing your diverse selection of shiny metals. In that respect, I'm pro-diversity. Thank you so much, my friend. All right. Yes, indeed. Thank you. Let's see. And good to see Dove Season. Thank you, my friend. And you know what? I do follow the markets. So this isn't Precious Metal News Channel. I know that some of my viewers don't like it, but believe it or not, most of my audience watches the market reports and the news, the Precious Metal News stuff. So that's why I do those videos. But anyways, all right. RM, silver doing what it has been doing for the last few weeks now, holding that $33 line, which is good. Exactly right. Stacker Factor, only fans, donos should be on public ledger with full names and tax 75%. There you go. Yes, indeed. That's right. And we've got Winston Wolf. Sal, they're making sure they get 1, 2, 3% more out of gold and silver every week. That means that they are making maybe 100% each and every year out of it. That's immoral, if not immoral. They are making sure they get 1, 2, 3% more out of gold and silver every week. Who's they? I gotta know who they is. William Jackson, I'm thankful for today and those that serve God's plan. Exactly. Thank you. Amen. Andrew Potter says, keep buying. There you go. Yes, indeed. We could keep on buying. Let's see here. CBC of Canada asked to have the biggest channel here shut down, and it's gone. YouTube channel? Silver Heist or what? I think we need more information on that. Let's see here. Greg McCaslin says, I've been bullish on gold since 1986. There you go. He's been in it a long time. Way to go. Dave, how much premium on those Dragon Gold bars? It varies. Most of these I got for a regular bullion price. Maybe a little bit more, but not much more. Yes, indeed. Danny says here, America, may gold thy gold refine. May God thy gold refine till its successes be nobleness and every gain divine. There you go. All right. Interesting. That was from America the Beautiful. Let's see here. We have got this. Let's see here. What is this? Says the Sporting Center. Seriously, I would believe that consumer fraud is more of the issue. By far, too many people don't mind stealing from businesses. Yes. Yep. That is a big deal. You're right. That's true. Big problem. I know that for sure. Firsthand. Well, not firsthand, but secondhand. Oh, yeah. Let's see here. The scammers have stood me up today. Richard Metcalf says on this Florida video, he says, I guess they call Florida the Sunshine State for more reasons than one. Exactly right. That's true. Very, very true. Yeah. Let's see here. see what we've got happening here. To the next comment, if we can get our mouse back here. We got to make this effective and happy. Sporting Center also says, what would you do with the money if your stack starts to explode? What would you do with the proceeds? Yes. Well, I think if the stack were to start to explode, we'd probably have bigger problems than not. So I'd probably hold on to my stack even then. I remember you buying the 100-gram gold bar, and now it costs $10,900 for the bar. Yeah, I know, it's crazy. And I think I paid maybe half that, maybe a little bit more than half of that. It's crazy. It's crazy. All right. All right. Let's see here. Yes, yeah, that silver round is pretty cool. That Liberty silver, isn't it? Dennis Wushupe, 3788, says this. What concerns me is the value of the U.S. dollar. The Fed, the private banksters cartel, creates more money out of thin air whenever they like, for whatever reasons, but mostly to increase their fortunes and cement control over Washington. The dollar is under huge pressures from abroad, from the BRICS nations. If the U.S. dollar loses reserve currency status, then the USA will almost overnight become a third world nation. If that should happen, the value of gold, silver, and other material assets will go through the roof, but it's unlikely we'll enjoy the high prices of our precious metal. We'll be too busy trying to stay alive. So much depends on things that we don't know and what we're told. The only thing we can be sure of is that globalist billionaires will be okay. Yep, you're right. That's true. We'd have bigger problems on our hands, and part of that problem is actually liquidating that gold and silver if the prices get that high. Very, very true. All right. Let's get over to this here. Mr. Frank Garcia, my thought is you predict 35. I also, what does UBS predict? They make me money. All right. I think I talked about UBS in a prior video recently. Costco should do store delivery. I think that is an option, but I don't know for sure. But yeah. We've got Brian Fawcett here with this. I can believe 4K gold by mid-2026. Being a Bank of America knows what banks will do and how they are thinking. I think that the look in the account of the 100-to-1 ratio for gold to silver. Under the ratio of 4K gold would allow $40 silver. That's right. Under normal conditions for a commodity, if a key resistance level, which is broken, and high demand for the price would move up, but silver is being held back, it's possible that the big buyers are sticking with gold for a while. Yeah, the biggest amongst them being central banks. The big buyers probably have inside knowledge and know that silver won't be purchased big for a while. However, I do think gold and silver will serve their purpose in short, keep stacking intelligently. I think there is a lot of silver buying by industry, hence why it's outstripping supply. All right. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry to hear that about the termites, my friend. Get some, you ought to get pressure-treated lumber to replace those with. Cheetah Kid is here. Good to see you. All right. Well, all right. Heaven here. Second time on a live. Welcome. Glad you're here. Welcome, Heaven here. Thank you for being at this location. Laurie Smith is here as well. Stack on, says Steve C. That's right. That's the way to be. We like to stack on. That's for sure. And we've got Solo Tip 510. He says, have you seen the Montlan gold bars, 1.2 troy ounce? What do you think of them? Never heard of them. Never seen them. But if they're East Asian bars, they are kind of odd weights and mostly circulate in that area. Very rarely do you see that stuff here in the West. Yes, indeed. All right. Lori Smith, it's her first Tuesday live. Well, you didn't miss any scammer calls, Lori. They were supposed to call us, but they didn't, these sons of biscuits. I'm really teed off, too, about it, you know. F-37 Metal, great video and interesting info. Have a Fantastic day. Thanks to all that served in the U.S. military. Amen. Exactly. No IQ says, thank you, Sal. Thank you so much, No IQ. And David Mosher says, are they only doing this so they can take it for alleged taxes? Well, you might be able to pay your taxes in gold and silver. If it's legal tender, then yeah, they probably will take it. But that would be a voluntary thing, obviously. I wouldn't pay my taxes in gold and silver. I'm going to hold on to that. Max 7351. You know how I feel about it. I'm possibly an exception to the rule. For silver, I'm particular to work for me. A flexible attitude about spot prices necessary for peace of mind in the long term. With silver being a long-term game and me being a small fish, it's just logical to not sweat spot unless it gets too high. Ironically enough. Listen, think about your future when you're young. My attitude would be mighty different had I started this a couple decades ago and it was fat stack walking heavy. No, I hear you, Max. Yep. Gotta think of the future when you're young. Oh wow. So JM Bullion has got the long bars. Interesting. See that? Wow. It's Vietnam. Okay. Interesting. Very designed. One with the Statue of Liberty on it. Thank you for that. Did not know that. Thank you. Thank you, CCT. All right. I got James Burnett. A video on the 5-ounce Buffalo coin from Spectre would be cool, or at least a few videos from time to time for us premium silver collectors. James Burnett, yeah, stay tuned. I do a lot of videos reviewing stuff from Germanium Mint, Spectre. I've done several for Spectre. Yes, indeed. Several. So stay tuned to the channel. We do those here. Paul Sargent. Hey, Sal. Looking at my stack, I'm just buying ounce coins. You seem to have smaller denominations. I could buy some 10th ounce coins. What do you think? Yep, I've been getting more fractional as of late. I've got one fractional piece on order and another one on layaway at my local coin shop. Yes, indeed. Jean Lefevre's, where there is smoke, there will be fire. And you know what else is going to be by that smoke, don't you? More smoke. More smoke. That's right. Let's see here. Thank you, Jean Lefevre's. Craig says, I had a FedEx delivery driver forge my signature and drop the package off on my steps and leave. Luckily, the contents were all intact when I got home and received it. Wow, that's crazy. You could probably have him fired for that. That's crazy. Let's see here. All right, yeah, no smoking. That's right, Kookaburra Man. We got this. We found the no smoking emoticon. That's pretty cool. Mojave Gold. My grandmother paid her property and income taxes once with silver dollars, $1 per coin. I was just a kid, but already a coin collector. Was a bit upset at the time, I'm sure. I don't think Summit has a military discount. Roller skate and SAG actor. I think they're, well, at least for some of their products, they just want to keep their prices low. But yeah, I don't think they have a military discount. Let's see here. All right. Master Blaster. Starship 9 could launch at 7:15 Eastern today. Of course, like silver, it may not launch. That's right, it may not launch. That's exactly right. It's crazy. Scott D. Are both those Scottsdale bars stackers? I like the designs. No, they are not stackers, believe it or not. But stay tuned for today's video that I did just now, because I did have some Scottsdale stackers in there. Think you'll like those. Bill Arrington says here, I read an article about that prediction at Bank of America. I think a lot of it is going to be based on World of News. That's right, exactly. I'm still buying both, but not as much because of prices. Economy warned declining dollar is going to weigh in a lot. The price of increasing metals is not a good thing, in my opinion. I agree. That's true. Very, very true. All right. Let's see here. You got BIEI McDonald says this. And Kevin Freeman has been publicizing this approach and has a channel on here detailing its use. Lots of states still haven't moved forward to this, but sure is telling where we are. Yeah. Well, I've probably been reporting on it more consistently than Kevin. I don't know who Kevin Freeman is, but I do a lot of videos on the revolution for sound money and the news related to that. Yes, indeed. All right. Fro Wills from Rob. Nice, a stack of silver that dreams are made from. Indeed. That's right. Thank you so much, my friend, for watching that video. Those are lovely. Thank you. Glad you enjoy those. Solo tips. Appreciate that. Rad Rob says, sir, today I went to my local bank and exchanged 50 cents for a 90% silver Benjamin Franklin $half. It was mixed in with a stack of Clyde Kennedy $half that I looked through. Congratulations. That's rare form to be able to find that. So way to go. Yes, indeed. Glad you guys are here. And Hakalugi is here. Yep, the dollar is not collapsing. We would know it if the dollar was collapsing. All right. And let's see. Let's move on ahead here and see what we've got this way. From Larry D. Silver. Saver, rather. Says this. Germanium Mint has some great artwork. It's pricey. I only buy a few, but mostly sovereign rounds. Yeah, that's true. They're nice, but yeah, they can be pricey. All right. Let us move forward here to this. Come on, I'll get my mouse back. Says here, Robert Kemp. Says, nice pickup, Sal. Well, thank you so much. Appreciate that. Love the 2012 alternative design for the Queen's Diamond Jubilee. Mintage of only 432,925. There were also limited miniature proof coins released, including a set of 5,501 proof coins. I picked up 10. Nice, congratulations. I would like to get one of the proof ones. You can really see the design better on them. That would be pretty cool. I have to look out for those. Remember, Diamond Jubilee. Richard Metcalf on the latest video here. As we peruse our way up through. I've always wanted some of those Scottsdale Lion stack around you have in your display. Have you ever seen the high relief Western States silver rounds? I think they went out of business around the Hunt Brothers debacle. It's my favorite round in my stack because it's aged and beautiful in relief. I've not seen those. All right. Let's see here. Trent Schaefer is here. Oh, good to see you. Let's move up here to this. We got Armacon Ooze. I love the Scottsdale. I have a crap ton. I have the 100 of the 10 ounce alone. I just love the stackability. It is really cool. Nice. Congratulations. Anarchist Greg. 200 ounces of gold. That is insane, Sal. All right. Thank you. Well, it's not 200 ounces of gold here in this video, but anyways, but thank you. Winston Wolf, thanks for more exploration. Thank you. Explore every day. I have 8,000 videos of exploration on the channel. At the moment, I'm sick and tired of the weekly ups and downs of gold and silver. Well, Winston, and I tell you what, if people, of course, I don't post these types of videos every single day, but if you ever get tired of that, I've got a whole lot of other videos on other topics related to precious metals you can check out. There's no shortage. You could spend literally a lifetime probably watching them. Well, maybe not a lifetime because I haven't spent my whole life creating them. But anyways, but a lot of time. You could spend months probably watching all my content. There's no, I may not have the highest quality videos of the precious metals community, but I've got the most of anybody else in the precious metals community. Sean, that's not much of a bragging right, by the way. Have a good night, CCT. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it, my friend. Thank you, CCT. Sean, always anxiety waiting for delivery. For some of us that live way up in the mountains and don't have any LCS, then an hour's drive and no chance but to order from bullion dealers online and hope. I think we saw that comment before, but you're right. That's true. I hate that. Moringa says, hey Sal, interestingly enough, I just bought a Liberty Lobby piece. Way to go. All right. The George Washington. Nice. Congratulations. Kookaburra Man. Very well, my friend, and big thumbs up. Thank you, sir, for watching the old videos. Appreciate it. Hostess with the most. Oh, thank you, Silver Heist. Appreciate that. And let's see here. By the way, I stand ready to do more push-ups if the need arises. Timothy Whittington, thanks. Thank you, sir. And Cool News says 123 Playland. Thank you. Yes. And Derek, the boy, says, Sal, it's a baller. Look at that beautiful gold. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate it. Like to show the good stuff. I can. Thank you, Sal. Thank you, No IQ. Appreciate you taking the time to watch. Very kind of you. Hamilton, informant. Great job on the 51st state. Right up in front. There you go. That's right. I put a Canadian maple leaf right there for you guys. Renee Lucas says here, great report. Thank you, Sal. Well, thank you for watching. I need to read up on the details of this bill. There's been some changes since it was first introduced, and yes, it's been a slow process. Well, thankfully, we got news today that the governor has signed it. Still more work needs to be done on the other end of it, but it's going to come into effect next year, July, I think. More than a year from now. Oh, no worries. Hey, no worries, Dinar. I appreciate your time, man. Family is the most important thing. I appreciate you being here for sure. Best to your pop. Hope he's doing well. And speaking of Dinar, it says, nice round, Sal. Not sure what to think of the $40 prediction. A lot could happen between now and then. It sure could. And I don't rule it out, but I don't think it's going to happen. Whoa, look at this. Roller skating SAG actor has just become a channel member on his own accord. Very kind of you indeed. That is a rare thing. Usually people become members as gifts sent by others. But thank you, Roller Skating SAG actor. I appreciate that, my friend, for becoming a channel member there, an honorary citizen. Fin59 Shaw, I just now unpacked my awesome chunky 2-ounce salivate metal round. Very nice, great detail. Awesome. Very cool. And by the way, as sad as it may be, I may have some news to report that I don't know. According to how Intalio Mint does things, these salivate metal rounds that you can find over at Summit Metals, if you type salivate in the search or click on the link in the description of this live stream or any of my videos, you can get them there. But they have a limited supply. This may be the last time that they're ever available. I'm waiting to hear back from Intalio Mint how we're going to do this. In other words, they will sell them through Intalio Mint, maybe. And I don't even know if that's the case, if there's to justify striking anymore. But they may not be offered to any other bullion dealers after this. I don't know. I need to find out for sure if that's the case. So whatever's in stock here at Summit may be it. And they were first sold at APMEX, then JM Bullion, and all of the affiliates there, then Summit, and APMEX had a few for a while, and this may be it. This may be it for the salivate metal round. So I'm waiting for a response to an inquiry about this, but I hope that's not the case, because if what they're suggesting, that would require a huge chunk of chains by me in order to get the rounds available, and it would cost a whole heck of a lot more, if what I understand, and that's correct, and that's not going to be feasible, which means the premiums would just go skyrocket on these things in order for anybody to make even just pittance and change. By the way, my premiums on these things are next to nothing. So this may be the end. I don't know. We'll see. So I'm just saying, I can't say for sure, but they're in stock now. But all right, let's get back to the comments. Oh, thank you. Jay Unleashed has posted a link through the round here. Well, Mark B, if I did a new one, it would have to, I'd have to front the money for the dies, and they're very expensive. And I don't know where I would be able to sell them, because the same thing would apply to any new project I would do too. So I don't know. So we'll see. We'll have to. I'll keep you updated to see what the deal is on it. But Qual Halong Stacker says, "Happy Memorial Day, Sal." And everybody reading this comment: freedom is never free. Exactly. Thank a veteran. Exactly. Good evening to you, Rusty Nail. Appreciate you watching all the videos and your comments. Thank you, Richard. Appreciate that, my friend. And Stroke Rider, great video, Sal. Take yourself a holiday sometime, but really enjoy the content. Thank you. Yes, I do feel like I need a break. 8,000 videos, but the thing is, I don't know. I'm trying to grow the channel if I can. All right, Ominous Rooster. I'm always late to comment, but life is busy. Happy Memorial Day. Giving thanks to the ones who sacrifice all. Nice display for PMs. Wonderful look at. Thank you, Ominous Rooster. Appreciate that. Take care, JJ Sneed. Thanks for popping in tonight. Oh, yeah. Let's see here. And let's see. Let's move through here. See, we got a couple more comments here. Okay. Some people still think silver will reach $50 within the next few years. Yes. There are people who think that it's going to happen even sooner than that. Mazda Fiero completed another tube of Buffalo rounds. Congratulations on that. That's great. Kevin Sharp. I had an unboxing myself today. 3 beautiful coins from Royal Mint in London. Wow. Silver Sovereign and a Silver Seal of Henry 7 and 2 coin set for any end of World War II. Nicely done. Very good. Yankee Doodle Stacker is here. Good to see you. Yes, indeed, here. And let's see. Very good. Let's see what we've got pressing on through here. John D says this. He's planning 101 gold to silver ratio. Yeah, he's thinking the ratio's still going to stay pretty high. If gold to 4,000 GSR range, where it's been over the several years, you might see silver push up around 45 to 50, assuming it gets back down to 80 to 90. Historically, the GSR has hit 100. Silver lags but catches up after a few months. GSR has only been in 3 digits since early April. That's right. I think this may be the longest it's been in triple digits, though, which is interesting, you know? All right. All right, Emerald Coast Stackers here. Who is your vintage favorite mint? Vintage? I don't know, man. You don't get any more vintage than a Royal Mint. That's the oldest operating mint in existence in the world today. The Mexican Mint might be the next oldest mint. And I think probably they're pretty good too. Yeah. But Royal Mint cranks out a lot more variety of stuff. They've had their issues too, but anyways. All right. Let's get on up here and see what we've got. With this, we've got Aleutian Tiger, Arizona, Oklahoma are the next 2 states to issue gold backs. Understand that Alaska and Texas are next on the table. This is a great way to dispense with the Fed as money printing is returned to the states. Yes, as long as businesses and people accept them for transactions, that's the key. And even in Utah, it's still at the very, very beginning stages. Very few people, even in Utah, where it's most entrenched, are using it. A lot more needs to be done, but we're fighting the battle. It's a slow battle, but it will be fought. And it could pick up very quickly, especially as things get worse. Here, let's see here. All right. All right, we got NAP. Buy a fractional gold. Keep stacking silver. There you go. Yep, I'm doing that now. Shock, says Charlie Calhoun. Nice. It is kind of pretty shocking that would make that big of a prediction. Kurt Nora says, I've been on a vintage round kick for a little while. I just got 2 Standing Liberty design 1-ounce rounds from 1987 and some 70s straight bust design. They are beautiful. Yes, nice. As the day they were born. Very good. All right. Let's see here. Very good. Let's answer another one here. See what we've got. Okay. If we can get it here, we go. Lori Smith, who was in here earlier, is Poland picking up their national debt to buy gold? Racking up, if so, Sal, that would be like you and me running out of a line of credit and credit cards just to say I own gold. What's your opinion on that? I don't know. I don't know how they're doing it. That's a good question. Are they selling some of the reserve assets to do it? If they have reserve assets and putting more to that, their gold to GDP ratio is pretty far and wide. So it makes you wonder. Maybe they are. They shouldn't be doing that, should they? If that's the case. But I don't know. Good question. Good question. Well, folks, I've got to get to work on tomorrow's video. The work never seems to stop here, but I appreciate you guys being here tonight. We had a good time. You guys are amazing. And we're going to be back here on Friday night. And so I can't do any push-ups anymore. But y'all gave me a break on the push-ups tonight, so appreciate that. But anyways, thank you guys. And I hope you have a wonderful evening. I'm going to leave you with this sage piece of advice, and that is to keep your feet on the stars and keep reaching for the ground. Have a good night, all. Take care. See ya.